a home stadium, of course. Brazilians find themselves playing away from home in this truncated catch-up campaign as in. They've made the 3 changes from the sides that started in the 1-1 draw against Highlands Park on Friday. Nicholas Lukubeni gets his second start post-lockdown as Wayne Arendse returns to the starting lineup and Tiana Mabunda comes in. But that means a bit of a change in formation too, with Kutsia in particular dropping back to defence, Brian.
Realigned centre-back pairing. I call them Brasse van die Kap. It's Kutsia and Arendse that depends. It is Sompo Kekana and Mabunda. Experience in abundance. It's that front line led by Lebohang Maboe.
Before any action gets underway, we are going to have a moment of silence for the victims, the people who've lost their lives to COVID-19 pandemic, but we're also having a moment of silence today for 2 great players, including the former Orlando Pirates goalkeeper Patrick Wasmith and John Special Makubu, former Pups player who went on to play at Moroka Swallows. Everybody ends the moment of silence, but now just applauding all the frontline workers, the essential workers that have risked their lives throughout this pandemic to make sure that so many that are not frontline workers do not lose theirs. But Brian might say a quick comment to Patrick Wasmith and John Special Makubu, and I believe Alan Welsh, who used to play at Cape Town City in the NFL, also passing away this week.
Yeah, these are great legends. May their souls rest in peace. I was saying to Mapale Moloi when Patrick Wasmith was playing football, Zamama Sondo still had the afro.
Yes.
And guess who has the afro now? I carry that baton, you know, I have the afro. So yeah, may their souls rest in peace. Great players, great ambassadors of the game, may their souls rest in peace.
Indeed, condolences to friends and family. I know Gavin Hunt played with Patrick Wasmith at Hellenic as well, but very popular Orlando Pirates goalkeeper. United Brothers, Pups in the 70s, where John Special Makubu played before going to Swallows. So, live from Loftus Versfeld, usually a home venue for Mamelodi Sundowns. Today they are the visiting side and they play in the white with yellow and blue trim up against the Cape Town City side who host them tonight. And the side that started their resumption in the Amsterdam Premiership with a win. Up against the side that is desperate to claim a victory. As the first offside of the game happens within the opening minutes. Kervin Erasmus would be very eager to score against this Sundown side, and maybe, just maybe, the likes of Fakhri Lakay, who scored his first ever goal in competitive football against Mamelodi Sundowns. Although playing for Ajax Cape Town at the time, he no doubt will be looking for another goal in his repertoire. Hasn't scored this season, Brian Mate, but this should be a relatively open game today.
Well, I listened to the pre-match interviews of both coaches. Good respect in terms of the philosophy.
Cape Town City look to attack here. Great chance, but Dennis Onyango with the save. Second time though, Brandon Alani gets his 4th of the season. And a man who is looking for further goals and an increase in his goal scoring has finally scored another one here. It's his 4th goal of this campaign, and the 32-year-old Kimberley-born player who spent nearly a decade in Europe shows his quality once again. Leading assist maker, but he has the goal against Mamelodi Sundowns just 13 minutes in.
Made it look easy. And this is the reason why he made it look easy. They will continuously make those runs on that side. The combination in that midfield, it looks so good, but the persistence as well. I thought Dennis Onyango had done a good job, but you look at this, very focused, plays the ball. I thought that was a good save from Dennis Onyango, but the persistence of that man, the presence of mind, at the end of the day, it becomes an easy tap. But he will be disappointed, Lukoveni. But I did highlight that they have singled out the right-hand side of Mamelodi Sundowns, and they're continuously making those runs. It has paid off for them.
Goes from range again, but this time it's struck firmly, well off target as he ballooned the ball.
Early stages, I'm looking at the time, I'm saying 16 minutes. This is not the Sundowns that we know. There's just too many gaps in that midfield, and so far you have, Cape Town City just dominating. No Dada, there's freedom. Lakay, there's freedom. And you have Ralani, Dantani, just too much freedom in that midfield.
Well, you know, Cape Town City are playing at home, Brian.
Yeah, you're right.
It is strange to be commentating a match
It
at
is,
Loftus
eh?
with Cape Town City playing at
Yeah.
home against Mamelodi Sundowns. Currently second in the absolute Premiership standings, but 6 points behind Kaiser Chiefs and a game in hand. They need to win this game to Mamelodi Sundowns. Chance here, Langerman pulls it back into space, but so much space that not even a teammate is there to meet it as Dove manages to clear, only as far as Fakhri Lakay. Erasmus let it go, Lakay around the outside of Mapunda. Lakay, is it too heavy? We'll cut it back here. And Onyango, while he got something on it, unable to clear. Cape Town City, a comedy of errors in trying to get a touch on that ball. Looked like Robertson and Danzane collided with one another when trying to get a shot in on goal. Such was the enthusiasm of wanting to strike it themselves.
Not fluid at all. No rhythm at all from Mamelodi Sundowns. But guess where the rhythm is? This is where the rhythm is. Look at that. I thought that ball is out. No, it's not. But it's a great cross. I thought, yeah, this was great for me. But nothing wrong if you're in the box.
Central defensive pairing of Arends and Sia has possession now. Delivery to come. It's deep, too deep, and taking no chances. Craig Martin steers it out for the corner, so Sundowns and for the set piece opportunity that they take quickly, and delivery has come in ever aware. Philly's able to get it away. The follow-up is a snapshot that's not very far away. And Gianni Mabunda, somebody who doesn't take many shots at goal and only really scores in the odd CAF Champions League match, has narrowly missed out on adding a first league goal this campaign.
Well, he has scored on this very ground, and it's almost similar here. Quick snapshot. He was always under pressure, but not far off target. What a game we're watching here. No doubt bossing that midfield. Again, you have the runs that are happening on that left-hand side.
The thing is, I mean, it's just a wonderful team combination here, and again, ball in, Erasmus tries, and Erasmus makes it happen. He's now got his highest ever return in an ABSA Premiership season as Kermit Erasmus, another player who played successfully in Europe, but has returned and is looking to create greater success here. Supersport United youth product, but a man who now damages the crosstown rivals Mamelodi Sundowns with a goal of particular quality.
And this is the quality we're talking about. Watch the run from Kermit Erasmus. In between the two centre backs, I spoke about the problems that the two centre backs have in terms of the pace, but what about the pass as well for Kermit Erasmus? The timing of the run, you know, the skill, the awareness to spot the goalkeeper coming, the technique to play it over the keeper. It qualifies for Siloswama New. It is a thing of beauty. The architecture of the goal, the finishing deft touches, it looks easy, but classy. Dantani getting involved. What a goal. Beauty.
Superb plan, wonderful execution from Cape Town City, who celebrate a second goal before half-time against Mamelodi Sundowns in what has been a very open game so far. But it's the citizens on top in the capital city as they take on that Mamelodi Sundowns side, who are defending league champions. Serino gets the go-ahead. Crisp delivery, and it's tucked away comfortably. 3 goals before the break, and it's Wayne Arends, I think, who's got the touch that is proving critical for Sundowns here. They get themselves back into this game, but there may be problems for Peter Lovenberg and Cape Town City.
It takes the brave to go onto that near post and bulldoze everyone. It takes an experienced player to do that, to time the run. It's because of the delivery, which is always tricky, but he bulldozed everyone. Wayne Arends, that includes the goalkeeper himself. Was he aware that he actually even touched the ball? Did he touch it? I don't think he touched it. I think it came off at Milson.
I think it Milson Dove is actually the last player to touch
it's an own goal.
I feel it's an own goal.
It is an own goal.
Real pressure from Sundowns to get that, but the concern is over Leeuwenburg and his shoulder, seemingly. Pressure from Arendse. It's a goal that's clawed Sundowns back into this tie, but an open game. Opportunities being carved out by both these sides. Felice is tucked into that right back position for the meantime. Roberts has dropped a little deeper. Fathri Lekay playing as a winger, but what a ball again through here. And Erasmus going down. Zakela Siwela and Lukolo Badi are quite happy to see that ball away. Herbert Erasmus, well aware that he needs to tuck the jewellery that he's wearing away. He's not allowed to play with any jewellery.
That's hard. That's a very dangerous tackle. But you see, he has to bail out his teammates because he makes the run, just peels off from Wayne Arendse, and as he turns, he's got to deal with Kemit Erasmus. So it's a tough situation for the fullback, Langerman.
Certainly a tough situation for Langerman. That's a challenge. It's unnecessarily reckless, but he was bordering on the endangering his opponent. Erasmus trying to break away. So, a half-time it is then. 3 goals in this opening half. It's been a very open tie. It's not been the highest quality from both these sides, but there have been so many passages of brilliance, including one from Surprise Galani, finding his 4th goal of the season, and indeed, despite it, Wilson Dove's own goal, the fine Kermit Erasmus strike that lobbed it Dennis Onyango, that sees the side from Cape Town in front. 3 goals in the opening half, but plenty of talking points as well. Stay tuned for the analysts. Welcome back to Loftus Versfeld. The second half of this Absa Premiership tie is virtually upon us as Cape Town City lead Mamelodi Sundowns by 2-1 at the break. Well, this is interesting because Lukolo Badi is having a word here with Peter Musimane, and as Julius Stewart pitchside pointed out as well in the opening half, that there have been a few words spoken with Victor Klungwane, who is pointing it out to the referee, and now it looks like he's listing off the reasons that there might be a warning dished out. So I would suggest he's saying, let's be careful. It seems there was some misbehavior in the tunnel as well, shall we say. Vasili Manusakis is being spoken to. Now, this is interesting for a number of moments because what immediately comes to mind is Peter Musimane's last red card as a coach was in February 2018 when he was sent off by Victor Gomsch against Cape Town City when Sundowns beat Cape Town City by 1-0, courtesy of the most memorable assist in the history of the Absa Premiership, in my view. It was that wonderful flick from Percy Tau over his shoulder with no look at either Kama Billiat, who was the eventual goal scorer, or indeed the opposing goalkeeper. But that little flick, Billiat with a superb volley, they won that game, but Musimane was sent off in that tie, and that was the last time that he was red carded as coach. So substitution is complete. Kiza on, Martin off. And the man that so far has the decisive goal in this tie, Kermit Erasmus of Cape Town City, gets the second half underway for the home side today. They turn out in the dark blue. They lead by 2-1. Danzane looking for an immediate long ball forward. Bounces kindly for this Sundowns defence. Really just knocks it back to fellow defender. A little bit of pinball on the halfway line here between these two sides, but I certainly hope that the tempo of the game picks off, Brian, in the same fashion it finished.
Well, I guess the Sun